The day started like any other on Earth. People went about their daily lives, children played in parks, and cities buzzed with noise. But far away in space, something huge was moving closer to Earth's solar system. No one had seen it before. It was an enormous alien fleet, full of powerful ships that shone like stars. The aliens were coming fast and nobody knew why. At the Space Command Center, alarms blared. Scientists and officers stared at the large screen showing the strange fleet. The ships were bigger and more advanced than anything humans had ever seen. The leaders quickly gathered to talk. "Are they coming to attack us or do they want to talk?" asked one officer, his voice full of fear. The room was silent. Everyone felt the weight of the moment. In the middle of all this was the human warship called the Vanguard. It was Earth's most advanced battleship built to protect the planet. The ship was ready and waiting in orbit around Earth. Captain Ray, the leader of the Vanguard, stood in the command room. He looked serious, but calm. He had trained for this moment all his life. His crew looked to him for courage. The Vanguard was not as big as the alien ships, but it had something special: human bravery and a new kind of energy technology. Captain Ray believed that might be the key to facing this strange fleet. The crew prepared for the first contact with the aliens. The tension was thick. Everyone wondered if this would be the last day for Earth. As the Vanguard moved closer to the alien fleet, the huge ships formed a circle around it. The aliens were watching carefully. Suddenly, the leader of the alien fleet appeared on the communication screen. His face was strange and cold, with sharp eyes that looked like they could see right through humans. His voice was deep and harsh. "Humans," he said, "you are far from your place. Why do you enter our space?" Captain Ray answered clearly, "We mean no harm. We want to learn why you are here. We hope for peace." But the alien leader did not seem interested in peace. His ships started moving closer in an aggressive way. The tension grew even stronger. The crew of the Vanguard felt their hearts race. Without warning, the aliens fired their first weapon. Bright beams of light shot toward the Vanguard. The human ship quickly moved to avoid the attack, but the shields shook. "Shields down to 50%, shouted the officer in charge. The crew worked fast, repairing and preparing to fight back. Captain Ray stood firm. "We don't want to fight, but we will protect Earth," he said. The Vanguard fired back with its own weapons. The beams hit the alien ships, but at first, they did not seem to do much damage. Then something surprising happened. The alien shields started to flicker and weaken. The human crew looked at each other with hope. Captain Ray ordered, "Keep firing. We have a chance." The crew felt new energy and strength. The unique power source on the Vanguard was working better than expected. The aliens did not understand this power. It was different from anything they had seen. It came from Earth's secret new technology that could use energy in a new way. While the battle was on, Captain Ray studied the alien ships closely. He saw their weaknesses, small points where the shields were weakest. He shared this with his crew. "Aim for those spots, that is where we can break their defense," he said. The crew obeyed, firing carefully but with full strength. Suddenly, a new message came from an unknown source. A young alien woman, Zara, appeared on the screen. She did not look like the other aliens. Her eyes were kind, and her voice was soft. "Captain Ray," she said, "I want to help you. My people do not want war. We are forced to fight by the aggressive leaders of this fleet." Captain Ray was surprised but listened carefully. Zara explained that not all aliens agreed with the attack on Earth. She wanted to find peace. "If you trust me, I can show you how to stop this war," she said. The captain felt a mix of hope and doubt. Could he trust her? As the alien fleet paused, Zara gave the humans secret information about the enemy ships. She told them how to use the new energy power to break through the enemy shields quickly. The Vanguard crew studied the data and prepared for the next move. Back on Earth, people watched the news with fear and hope. The fate of the planet was unknown. Would the humans and aliens fight to the end? Or could this strange warship stop the battle? Captain Ray and his crew stayed ready, knowing that every second counted. The first contact had shocked everyone. The aliens had shown their power, but the humans had surprised them too. The battle was only beginning, and both sides waited carefully for the next move. Captain Ray knew that what happened next would change the future of Earth forever. With his eyes on the stars, Captain Ray whispered, "We are not just fighting for Earth. We are fighting for the future of all humankind." The Vanguard moved forward into the unknown, ready to face the alien fleet again. The whole crew felt the weight of history on their shoulders. This was more than a battle. It was a test of courage, hope, and survival. It was a quiet morning on Earth, but far above the planet, something huge was happening in space. A massive alien fleet was moving closer to the solar system. These ships were unlike anything humans had ever seen. They were big, shining with strange lights, and moved in perfect formation. No one knew who they were or why they were coming. People on Earth watched the sky nervously, wondering what would happen next. In the control room of Earth's Space Command, alarms were ringing loudly. Scientists and officers stared at the screen showing the approaching alien fleet. The ships were bigger and stronger than any technology humans had built. The leaders quickly held an emergency meeting. "Are they here to attack us or to talk?" one officer asked. Everyone was afraid. This was the first time Earth faced something so unknown and powerful. In Earth's orbit, the human warship Vanguard waited. It was Earth's best and most advanced ship. Its captain, Ray, stood tall in the command room. He had trained all his life for this moment. His face was calm, but inside, he felt the weight of the future. His crew looked at him with hope and trust. They all knew this meeting with the alien fleet could decide the fate of their world. The Vanguard was not as big as the alien ships, but it carried a secret weapon, a new energy system created by Earth's best scientists. This energy was different, powerful in ways the aliens did not expect. Captain Ray hoped this new technology would give them a chance. The ship moved slowly toward the alien fleet, ready for first contact. The alien ships surrounded the Vanguard, forming a huge circle in space. Then suddenly a large ship from the fleet opened a communication channel. A strange, tall alien appeared on the screen. His eyes were sharp and cold, and his voice was deep and strange. "Humans," he said, in a strong voice, "why do you enter our space? Leave now or face destruction." Captain Ray answered clearly, "We come in peace. We want to know why you are here. We hope we can find a way to talk and avoid war." But the alien leader was not interested in talking. His ships moved closer to the Vanguard in a threatening way. The tension in the ship grew thick. Everyone held their breath. Suddenly, without warning, the aliens fired their first attack. Bright beams of light shot through space, heading straight for the Vanguard. The human ship quickly moved to avoid the attack, but some beams hit the shields. "At 60%, the officer shouted. The crew worked fast to protect their ship and prepare to fight back. Captain Ray stood strong. "We don't want war, but we will protect Earth," he said. The Vanguard fired its weapons back. The beams hit the alien ships, but at first it seemed like they did little damage. Then something strange happened. The alien shields flickered and weakened. The crew looked at each other in surprise. Maybe the new energy was working. "Keep firing," Captain Ray ordered. The crew worked together, aiming carefully at the weakest points on the alien ships. The new energy source on the Vanguard made their weapons stronger than the aliens expected. The alien fleet started to lose its confidence. The battle was not going as they had planned. While fighting, a new message appeared on the screen. It was not from the alien leader, but from a young alien woman named Zara. She looked different. Her eyes were kind and full of hope. "Captain Ray," she said softly, "my people do not want war. The aggressive leaders force us to fight. I want to help you stop this war." Captain Ray was surprised. He listened carefully as Zara explained how some aliens wanted peace. She offered secret information about the enemy ships, showing where they were weak. "If you trust me, I can help you win this fight and save many lives," she said. The captain felt a mix of hope and doubt. Could he trust Zara? The fate of Earth depended on his choice. Zara gave details about the alien ship's technology, and how humans could use their new energy to break the alien shields faster. The Vanguard crew studied this information quickly and prepared new strategies. Back on Earth, people watched the news with fear and hope. The world waited, knowing the future was uncertain. Captain Ray and his crew stayed ready. They knew every moment was important. The first contact had shocked both sides. The aliens showed their power, but the humans surprised them too. The fight was just beginning, and the next moves would be very dangerous. Captain Ray looked out the window into the stars. He whispered to himself, "This is not just a fight for Earth. It is a fight for the future of all humans." The Vanguard moved forward again, ready to face the alien fleet. The crew felt history was watching them. This was more than a battle. It was a test of courage, hope, and survival. The unknown waited ahead, but Captain Ray and his crew were ready to face it. They had to be, because the whole Earth was counting on them. After the first battle, the Vanguard stayed close to the alien fleet. Captain Ray and his crew knew this was only the beginning. The aliens were powerful, but now humans had new hope. They learned about the alien technology and how their own energy source could break through the enemy shields. The crew worked day and night, studying the information Zara had given them. The alien fleet was like a giant wall in space. Their ships were huge and covered with weapons that could destroy entire cities. Scientists on Earth studied the enemy ships and called them impossible to beat. But Captain Ray believed that with smart thinking and courage, humans could win. On the Vanguard, the crew practiced new fighting techniques. They tested their weapons against simulated alien ships and learned how to hit the weak points Zara had shown them. Every crew member knew this fight was not just about weapons, it was about hope for the whole planet. Meanwhile, the alien fleet changed. Zara's people began to quietly help the humans. They sent secret messages and small supplies. Zara warned Captain Ray about the aggressive alien leaders who wanted to destroy Earth no matter what. She said they had large numbers of ships hidden, far away, ready for a massive attack. Captain Ray felt the pressure. The Vanguard was strong, but it was only one ship. The rest of Earth's fleet was small and not ready for such a huge war. He had to find a way to prepare the whole planet. One day, while the Vanguard was near the alien fleet, a new threat appeared. The aggressive alien faction sent a group of fast ships to surround the Vanguard. Their weapons fired without warning. The crew was ready, but the attack was fierce. The Vanguard's shields weakened quickly, and alarms rang everywhere. "Evasive maneuvers," Captain Ray shouted. The ship turned and moved fast through the attack, dodging many beams. The crew worked hard to repair the shields and fire back, but the enemy was strong and fast. During the fight, Zara appeared on the communication screen again. "Captain Ray, you must get out now. The bigger fleet is coming. They want to crush you before you learn more," she warned. Captain Ray knew. This was serious. He had to make a choice: stay and fight or escape and live to fight another day. With a heavy heart, Captain Ray ordered, "Pull back. We cannot win this battle alone." The Vanguard moved away quickly, avoiding the enemy's fire. The crew felt tired but relieved. They survived, but the war was far from over. Back on Earth, leaders watched the battle on their screens. People were scared but also proud. They saw their warriors fighting bravely in space. Captain Ray's name was spoken with hope. He was the symbol of Earth's courage. Captain Ray met with his officers. "We need to prepare for a bigger war," he said. "We must use the information Zara gave us and train more ships. We have to build a stronger fleet or we will not survive." Scientists worked day and night to improve Earth's technology. Engineers built new ships using the special energy that could break alien shields. The people of Earth helped in every way they could. They knew the future depended on their courage and hard work. Meanwhile, Zara shared more secrets. She told Captain Ray about the enemy's command ship. It was the largest ship in the fleet, carrying the leader of the aggressive aliens. It had the strongest weapons, but also a secret weak point. If humans could reach this ship, they might stop the war. Captain Ray felt hope again. He planned carefully. He would lead the Vanguard and a small group of ships to attack the enemy command ship. It was a dangerous mission. but it might end the war quickly. The crew prepared for the next battle. They trained hard and learned new tactics. Captain Ray talked to his crew every day, inspiring them to be brave. "We fight for Earth, for our families, and for peace," he said. "Together, we can do this." As the Vanguard moved closer to the alien fleet again, the tension grew. The stars seemed colder and darker. The war was about to reach its most dangerous moment. Captain Ray looked at the stars and thought about the future. Would they win? Would Earth be safe? The first battle had shown the aliens' power, but also humans' courage. The war was not just about ships and weapons. It was about hope, trust, and the will to survive. Captain Ray and his crew were ready to face whatever came next. The fate of Earth was in their hands. The Vanguard and its small group of ships moved closer to the alien command ship. Captain Ray knew this was the most dangerous part of their mission. The command ship was huge, bigger than any other ship in the alien fleet. It had thick shields and powerful weapons. The aggressive alien leader was inside, watching every move. Captain Ray gathered his crew in the command room. "This mission will not be easy," he said. "But if we succeed, we can end this war and save millions of lives. We must be brave and work together." The crew nodded. They trusted their captain. Each member knew the risks, but they were ready to fight for Earth's future. As they moved forward, the alien fleet noticed their approach. The big ships began to attack, firing beams and missiles. The Vanguard and its team dodged the attacks with quick moves. The small human fleet used their speed and new energy weapons to strike back. The battle was fierce. Captain Ray focused on the weak points Zara had told them about. The alien shields flickered under the human attack. The crew cheered quietly, knowing their plan was working. Suddenly, the alien command ship sent a powerful blast toward the Vanguard. The ship shook violently and the shields dropped quickly. "We're hit! Shields at 20%, the officer shouted. The crew worked fast to repair the damage. Captain Ray stayed calm. "Hold steady, we must keep going." The Vanguard moved closer to the command ship, searching for the secret weak spot. Zara's information had told them it was hidden deep, inside the ship, where the enemy's power source was. If they could destroy it, the whole alien fleet would lose power. The human ships fired carefully, breaking through the outer defenses. They moved through enemy fire and debris, almost reaching the command ship's core. Inside the alien command ship, the aggressive leader watched the fight with anger. "Destroy the humans," he ordered. "Do not let them reach our power source." The alien soldiers rushed to defend the core, but the humans were faster and smarter. The Vanguard's crew used their new weapons to break through the defenses. The tension was high. Every second counted. Captain Ray gave the order to launch the final attack. The human ships fired their strongest weapons at the core. A bright explosion shook the command ship. Suddenly, the alien fleet's shields dropped and their weapons went offline. The big ships began to drift, powerless. Zara appeared on the communication screen, smiling. "You did it, Captain Ray. You have stopped the war." The aggressive alien leader's face showed anger and fear. His ship started to lose control. The other alien ships stopped fighting and waited. Captain Ray breathed deeply. The battle was over, but the future was still uncertain. The Vanguard and its crew sent a message to the alien fleet. "We want peace. Let us talk and find a way to live together." After a long silence, the alien leader agreed to a meeting. Both sides prepared for a historic moment. Captain Ray hoped this was the start of a new chapter for humans and aliens. Back on Earth, people celebrated the news. They knew their brave warriors had saved the planet. Captain Ray became a hero, but he remained humble. He knew the real work had just begun, to build trust and peace between two very different worlds. The Vanguard returned to Earth's orbit, welcomed by cheers and hope. The crew was tired, but proud. They had faced the unknown and won. "Captain." Ray looked at the stars again. He knew that peace was fragile and needed care, but for now Earth was safe. The human warship had stunned an entire alien fleet on first contact and changed history forever. After the battle, the atmosphere on the Vanguard was different. The crew was tired but hopeful. The alien fleet was quiet now, their weapons silent, for the first time. Captain Ray knew this moment was important. It was a chance to build peace, but also a time full of risks. The meeting between Earth's leaders and the alien commanders was set to happen on a neutral space station far from both fleets. Captain Ray and Zara prepared for the meeting. Zara was nervous but determined. She wanted to help both sides understand each other. When the day arrived, the Vanguard moved slowly toward the station. On board, Captain Ray practiced what he would say. He wanted to be strong but fair. "We must show them humans want peace, not war," he told his crew. At the station, the alien leaders looked cold and serious. Many still did not trust humans. They remembered the battle and their losses, but Zara stood by Captain Ray's side, speaking for the peaceful aliens. The talks began with silence and tense words. Both sides had many questions and fears. Captain Ray listened carefully and answered, honestly. He told them how Earth wanted to protect its people but did not want more fighting. Slowly, the walls of anger started to break. Zara shared stories about her people, their hopes and fears. Humans and aliens began to understand each other more. But peace was not easy. Some alien leaders wanted to keep fighting. They thought humans were too dangerous. They warned that if humans were allowed to grow stronger, they would destroy the galaxy. Captain Ray faced many challenges. He knew he had to convince the aliens that humans could be friends, not enemies. He showed them the strength of cooperation and trust. As the talks continued, a surprise attack shook the station. Explosions echoed through the halls. The aggressive aliens had sent a secret team to stop the peace talks. They wanted to keep the war alive. Captain Ray quickly organized his crew to protect the station. They fought bravely against the attackers. Zara helped too, using her knowledge of the alien enemies. The fight was fierce, but the peace team did not give up. They stopped the attackers and secured the station. The event made both humans and peaceful aliens realize how fragile peace was. After the attack, Captain Ray spoke to the alien leaders. "This war hurts all of us," he said. "We must choose peace before it is too late." The alien leaders agreed to continue talks stronger than before. They saw that fighting only brought more pain. Back on the Vanguard, the crew felt proud. They had protected hope for a better future. Captain Ray thanked Zara for her courage and honesty. Together, they dreamed of a galaxy where humans and aliens could live in peace. But even with hope, the war's shadow was still there. Captain Ray knew the fight was not over. He promised to keep fighting, for peace, for Earth, and for all the stars. The peace talks continued, but Captain Ray knew deep inside that danger still waited. The attack on the space station showed that some aliens wanted war no matter what. He could not ignore the warning signs. The enemy was hiding, waiting for the right moment to strike again. Back on Earth, leaders worked hard to prepare. They built new defenses and trained more ships. The people were anxious but hopeful. They believed in Captain Ray and his crew. The Vanguard had become a symbol of courage and strength. Zara stayed close to Captain Ray. She helped him understand the alien world better. Her knowledge was valuable. She told stories about her people's history, their culture, and dreams. Captain Ray listened carefully. He realized that peace would need patience and respect. One day, while the Vanguard was on patrol near the outer edge of the solar system, sensors detected strange signals. The signals were unlike anything humans had seen before. Captain Ray ordered the crew to investigate carefully. As they moved closer, the crew saw a small alien ship hiding behind an asteroid. It was damaged and weak. Captain Ray decided to help. They brought the ship on board and found a young alien pilot inside. The alien introduced herself as Lyra. She was different from the aggressive leaders. She wanted peace, like Zara. Lyra explained that her people were forced to fight by the leaders. She said many aliens wanted to stop the war but were afraid. Captain Ray felt hope again. He asked Lyra to help him find others who wanted peace. If they could join forces, maybe the war could end sooner. Lyra agreed and shared secret locations where peaceful aliens hid. The Vanguard planned to meet these groups to build a stronger alliance, but the enemy was watching. The aggressive leaders learned about the peaceful aliens' plans and sent spies to stop them. The spies tried to sabotage the Vanguard's missions and spread fear. Captain Ray and his crew faced many dangers. They had to be careful and smart. Every new alliance was a risk, but also a chance for peace. One night, while the Vanguard traveled through a dark part of space, the ship was attacked again. This time, the enemy used new weapons that shocked the crew. The shields dropped fast and the ship shook violently. Captain Ray ordered all hands to fight back. The crew worked together, using their knowledge and courage. Zara and Lyra helped coordinate the defense, sharing their alien knowledge. After a long and hard fight, the Vanguard survived. But the attack was a warning. The war was not over yet. Captain Ray looked at his tired crew and said, "We must keep fighting, not with hate, but with hope. We fight for peace for our families and for the future." The crew cheered. They were ready to face whatever came next. The story of the Vanguard and its crew spread across Earth and the galaxy. People saw that even in the darkest times, hope could shine. Captain Ray, Zara, and Lyra became symbols of courage and friendship. The war was still dangerous, but the human warship that stunned an entire alien fleet was now a beacon of peace. Captain Ray believed that one day, humans and aliens could live together in harmony. Until then, the fight would continue. The war was not just fought with weapons anymore. Captain Ray knew that the greatest battles were now fought in minds and hearts. He spent long hours talking with Zara and Lyra about how to change the future. They dreamed of a galaxy where humans and aliens could trust each other, but the path was dangerous. The Vanguard became a flying school for peace. Captain Ray invited more humans and peaceful aliens to join them. Together, they trained, shared knowledge, and built strong friendships. The crew learned new languages, customs, and ways to solve problems without violence. But far away, the aggressive alien leaders grew angry. They could not accept peace. They believed only power and fear could rule the galaxy. Their ships gathered, in secret, building a massive fleet to destroy the Vanguard and its allies. One day, sensors on the Vanguard detected strange movements near a hidden star system. The crew was tense. Captain Ray ordered a full scan. The readings showed thousands of enemy ships gathering, more than anyone had ever seen. The crew felt a chill. This was the largest force the humans had faced. The aggressive aliens were planning a final massive attack. Captain Ray called a meeting. "This may be our toughest fight yet," he said, "but we will not give up. We fight not just for Earth, but for all who want peace." Zara and Lyra stood with him, ready to lead. "We have hope, and that is our strongest weapon," Zara said. The Vanguard and its allies prepared for battle. Engineers worked day and night to upgrade the ships. The crew trained harder than ever. Every person knew the risk, but also the chance to change history. When the enemy fleet arrived, the stars lit up with battle. The massive alien ships fired powerful beams, shaking the human fleet. The Vanguard led the attack, moving fast and striking at the enemy's weak points. The fight was fierce and long. Ships were damaged and lost, but the humans and peaceful aliens fought with all their strength. Captain Ray used every skill he had learned. Zara and Lyra gave advice, helping to outsmart the enemy. At one point, the Vanguard was surrounded. Enemy ships closed in from all sides. Captain Ray stayed calm. "Use the new tactics," he ordered. The crew fired carefully, breaking the enemy lines and escaping the trap. The battle reached its peak near a large asteroid belt. The human ships used the rocky terrain to hide and attack. The enemy fleet was surprised and confused. Captain Ray saw an opening. The enemy command ship was slightly exposed. He ordered the Vanguard to charge forward. The crew fired their strongest weapons, hitting the ship's core. A huge explosion rocked the battlefield. The enemy command ship began to lose power. The large alien fleet started to retreat, broken and defeated. Cheers rang out on the Vanguard. The crew had won a great victory, but the war was still not over. Captain Ray knew peace would take time. But today, they had shown the galaxy that humans were brave, smart, and ready to protect their home. Back on Earth, people celebrated again. The story of the human warship that stunned an entire alien fleet inspired millions. Captain Ray became a legend, but he stayed humble. He looked at the stars and whispered, "This is only the beginning. The future belongs to those who believe in hope." The victory was great, but Captain Ray knew it was not the end. The war had taken many lives and changed many worlds. The real challenge was to build peace from the ashes of battle. The humans and peaceful aliens faced a long road ahead. Back on the Vanguard, the crew worked harder than ever. They repaired the damage and prepared for the future. Zara and Lyra helped Captain Ray lead talks with other alien groups who wanted peace. Slowly, more joined their cause. The galaxy was changing. Some planets opened their doors to humans. Others watched carefully, still unsure. But hope was growing. One day, a new message came from the aggressive alien leader. He wanted to meet with Captain Ray. The message was a surprise, but also a chance. Maybe after all the fighting, they could find common ground. Captain Ray agreed to the meeting. He took Zara, Lyra, and a small team to a neutral space station. The place was quiet but full of tension. The alien leader waited, his face serious, but calm. They talked for hours. The alien leader spoke of his fears and his people's pain. Captain Ray listened and shared his own hopes for peace and friendship. It was not easy. Old wounds ran deep. But both sides wanted to avoid more war. At the end of the meeting, the alien leader extended a hand. "Let us try peace," he said. "Captain." Ray took the hand. The moment was historic. It was the first true step toward ending the war. Back on Earth, people cheered. The story of the human warship that stunned an entire alien fleet was no longer just about battle. It was about courage, hope, and the power to change the future. Captain Ray stood on the deck of the Vanguard, looking at the stars. He thought of the crew, of Zara, of Lyra, and all who had fought for peace. The galaxy was still big and full of unknowns. But now, it was also full of hope. And Captain Ray knew that as long as humans kept their courage and their hearts open, they could face anything. The human warship had stunned an entire alien fleet on first contact. But more than that, it had started a new story, a story of peace. Peace had begun to grow slowly in the galaxy. The warships were quieter now, and many planets opened their doors to talks and friendship. Captain Ray and his crew on the Vanguard worked hard to build trust between humans and aliens, but peace was still fragile. Old fears and secrets hid in the dark corners of space. One day, while exploring a distant star system, the Vanguard received a strange distress signal. The message was weak and garbled, but it told of a mysterious ship lost in deep space. Captain Ray decided to investigate. He knew every call for help could be important, especially in times like these. As the Vanguard moved closer, the crew felt a mix of hope and caution. The ship sending the signal was old and damaged. It looked like it had been drifting for years. Captain Ray ordered a small team, including Zara and Lyra, to board the ship and search for survivors. Inside, the team found the ship's logs. They told a story of a lost exploration mission that had vanished during the early days of the war. The ship's crew had tried to find a new world for their people but got trapped in unknown space. No one had heard from them until now. Suddenly, a hidden room opened. Inside, the team found several humans and aliens alive but weak. They had been in stasis, waiting for rescue. The crew was amazed and happy to find survivors after so many years. Captain Ray helped bring them aboard the Vanguard. The survivors told stories of hardship and hope. They had never given up on returning home. Their stories touched the crew deeply and reminded them why their fight for peace mattered, but not everything was peaceful. The survivors warned that the war's dangers were not gone. A new force, unknown and powerful, had appeared in the distant galaxy. This force did not care about peace or war. It only wanted control, and destruction. Captain Ray knew that peace must be protected, but new threats could come from anywhere. He looked at Zara and Lyra and said, "We have work to do. We must prepare for whatever comes next." The crew of the Vanguard felt ready. They had seen the worst but chose to believe in hope and courage. The human warship had stunned an entire alien fleet on first contact. Now it was ready to face new challenges, protect peace, and explore the unknown. The story was far from over. The enemy ships surrounded the Vanguard quickly. Their weapons glowed bright and their engines roared loud. Captain Ray felt the weight of the moment. This was the biggest fight yet, a battle that could decide the future of the galaxy. The crew moved fast and worked together. They knew the enemy was strong, but the Vanguard had something more: hope, courage, and teamwork. Captain Ray gave clear orders. "Protect the gateway at all costs. We cannot lose this chance for peace." The Vanguard's shields flashed as enemy fire hit hard. The ship shook, but it held steady. Zara and Lyra helped the crew find weak spots in the enemy ships. Using their knowledge, they guided the Vanguard's weapons to strike precisely. The battle raged through the stars. Explosions lit the darkness. The crew fought with everything they had. Captain Ray piloted the ship with skill and calm, inspiring everyone to keep going. At one point, an enemy ship got too close. Captain Ray ordered a risky move. The Vanguard used the asteroid field nearby to hide and launch a surprise attack. The enemy was caught off guard and suffered heavy damage. Slowly, the enemy fleet began to weaken. The crew's teamwork and bravery pushed them back. The Vanguard's weapons fired a final powerful blast that broke the enemy's command ship. The enemy fleet scattered and fled into the darkness. The battle was won. The crew cheered, but Captain Ray knew the work was not done. The gateway was safe, and now the knowledge it held could help build a better future. Back on the Vanguard, Captain Ray looked at Zara, Lyra, and the crew. "We have shown the galaxy that peace is possible," he said. "But we must keep fighting for it, by learning, by understanding, and by standing together." The story of the human warship that stunned an entire alien fleet on first contact had come full circle. It was no longer just a story of war, but a story of hope, courage, and a new beginning. The stars shone brightly outside the ship, full of endless possibilities. And Captain Ray knew that as long as humans believed in peace, they could face any challenge ahead. The future was theirs to shape.